Hi there, I'm Sean Dillman. If you're a lawyer, paralegal, or legal assistant, stay tuned. In this short course preview, I'll be discussing how being vigilant can help you stay safe online in legal practice. Staying safe in today's online world is becoming more and more challenging for lawyers and law firms. Hackers and online fraudsters routinely target law firms with malware and phishing scams because legal practice often involves conducting high-value financial transactions and regularly sending and receiving large volumes of communication. Because these activities are often conducted online and entail large sums of money, it presents scammers with opportunities and incentives to try to insert themselves and defraud victims. Even worse, hackers know that lawyers can generally afford to pay ransoms if they can succeed in holding confidential client information hostage. In this lesson, I'll be discussing some basic principles about online security to help keep you and your office safe online. Although antivirus and anti-spam software are useful tools for combating malware and phishing, software isn't a perfect solution and won't save users who click every link and download every attachment. The strongest form of protection against online threats is vigilance and scrutiny, being aware of your own behavior and being critical of the links and attachments that you encounter. A useful technique for verifying links in a web browser is to hover your cursor over links and read the text at the bottom of the window, which tells you where the links go. For example, this email is a phishing scam which was sent to my personal email. It looks like the email is from PayPal and purports to be about a payment of $60 that I supposedly sent to Equestrian LLC. In reality, I've never heard of Equestrian LLC or a $60 payment, and the scammer behind it knows it. The scammer who sent me this email would be counting on the transaction being unfamiliar to me and expect me to want to save myself from being charged, and therefore click the Cancel Purchase button. Clicking the button is exactly what the scammer wants. When I hover my mouse over the button, I see that it doesn't go to PayPal, and instead goes to something called sartutu.com. Although I don't know what sartutu.com is, I don't want to find out. Given that it's hidden in an email that's mimicking one from PayPal, I can be reasonably assured that it's illegitimate. Further, although it seems that the message is from the email address service@paypal.com, the scammers have actually put this in the field where the sender's name is supposed to be. The email is actually from the 59-character address here, which ends in .xyz. Although it doesn't look like a normal email address, this long string is actually the email address from which the email came. On another occasion, I was targeted in my role as a lawyer by scammers who tried to exploit the hierarchy at one of my previous firms. At the time, I was the newest associate. One day I received an email from someone who was impersonating one of the firm's named partners. Because it was a busy day for me, I didn't notice that the email address didn't match the partner's usual address. The message was innocent enough and said something to the effect of, "Hi Sean, do you have time to help me with something?" After reading the email, I responded quickly with something short like, "Good morning, yes indeed, what can I help with?" After a few minutes had passed, I received a response email containing a strange request. It asked me to transfer a non-specific amount of money to an unfamiliar bank account. The request didn't reference a client file or the purpose of the transfer. After reading the email, I paused and thought about how out of keeping it was with our normal practices. While looking at the email again, I spotted the fake email address, realized that I was communicating with a scammer, and reported the incident to our office manager. Upon further consideration, I surmised that the scammer looked at our firm's website to collect my email address and determine my position relative to the senior partner. In perpetrating the scammer was likely trying to catch an unwary junior associate who was eager to assist a senior partner with a request. The scammer had likely hoped that my eagerness to help would override my judgment and cause me to blindly follow commands. Fortunately, no harm was done as I recognized that the request was bogus, spotted the fake email address, and ended communications with the scammer before it went any further. In general, the first line of defense from online attacks is to not be fooled and to not be used as a tool by scammers. Just as scammers may target new associates as being susceptible, so too may assistants and students be targeted. The job of assistants and students is to help lawyers do their work. If scammers can be successful in impersonating lawyers and fooling assistants or students, they may be able to cause significant damage. Thank you for watching. I hope that I was able to provide you with some useful information that you can put into use today. If you liked this video and found it to be helpful, please comment below, leave a like, and subscribe to this channel. For more information about me and the full version of this course, please use the below link to visit me at my website.